Hi everybody, it's Starsinger. I'm coming on. It's February 15th. I think I just did a transmission 2 days ago. But I'm on to do another one tonight because I'm just being guided to speak again. As for the past year, 2025, most of 2025, I was heavily targeted. There are many forces out there that don't want me talking, because my Olelo has power. So, hi y'all. Happy to see you. I'm continuously blessing you, no matter what you do. Speaking to all non-benevolent forces that want me to stop talking, well, touch not my anointed. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Asheo. So, to remind you, any of you, witches, warlocks, wizards, dark magicians that I've been speaking to, masons, whoever you are, that I've been bringing up since 2023, that are now being exposed, and they will continue to be exposed. I am initiated by the Ogbone law holders in Nigeria, where the whole system of Voodoo, Santeria, all those traditions, they all came from Africa. They all came from the homeland. They all came from there. So whatever gods or gods you're praying to, whatever deities you're praying to, I have an ability to talk to them. And unfortunately for you, they side with me. Even the demons. You know why? Because I have love. What some of the enemies of this world will never know. When you have love, it is the greatest force in this world. So, in 2025, I was heavily targeted by several different witches, death curses sent at me, and masons. They continue to use a man named David Arshad from Florida, who continues to harass me about the QFT. And we have banned him from using the QFT. Well, he's allowed to use the one on the store, but and I'm not going to mention the other names, but you know who you are, and you all be coming by and watching my videos because you want to try and hijack my information, try and mess with what I'm doing. Go ahead, make my day. Go ahead, make my day. Not that I'm the reincarnation of Marie Laveau or anything, but she's helping me. They're all helping me. Because the QFT is here to help the whole planet. Everybody here. This is my planet. And whatever you guys think you're doing, trying to mess with my destiny, you're not going to, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you need to get a life and go away. Stop using the QFT. Because I don't want your consciousness using the QFT. I don't want your hands touching the QFT. So whoever you are, you know who you are. And I know who you are too. I know who you are. Every single one of you. I know who you are. And I don't do magic. I am anointed. I'm protected by the highest forces of this universe. You want to stop me from talking? Just go ahead. Make my day. Make my day. Hey, Fadan. So yeah, a couple months ago I had a witch from Greece, and realized I'm kind of like the Most High will use me to bring corrupt people to the surface and shine a light on them. So this witch came into my field supposedly to help me, as they all enter my life to help me originally. And I trust them because I'm trusting, I'm giving, I'm open-hearted. I trust them to a certain extent, right? Until the red flags are shown. So this particular witch from Greece, she found out an ability I have, and she wanted to exploit it. She wanted to make money off of me. She was like, "Oh, I've got this whole audience. Do you mind if I post this?" I said, "No, I'm not ready to do that. I don't want to do that." She goes ahead and posts it anyway. How many people want to go to the Andromeda Galaxy? Because I have the ability to take people to the Andromeda Galaxy in a very special way, a very unique way. So she posts on her group that she, like, who wants to go? And then she, this was like one of the last 2 calls I had with her. And I was like, I told you not to post that. And she's like, "But we have 60 people. We can make a lot of money." And I'm like, what? For one, I didn't ask you to do that. I did that as a gift to you because you needed help and you needed healing. And now you want to try and exploit it to make yourself money? And you want me to take your people and then you're going to charge them and give me a % of it? I was like, what? Anyway, I'm no longer talking to that witch. And she has been exposed for the dark witch that she is. You know, there's a lot of people right now. And this is one of the things I wanted to speak about. And also, my testimony, my spiritual team and my guidance system has told me that I need to share my testimony because other people are going through it too. They just don't know what to do. So me sharing my testimony will perhaps help others feel that they're not alone. This has been going on, and it's getting worse and worse and worse because there's more and more of these greedy people trying to use different rituals and black magic things to make themselves money. And I'm like, I teach a class. I've been teaching it for 8 years. The word magic is in the class, in the name of the class, but really it's the pathway to the stars part that's at the end that the class is really about. And I don't tell what's in the class other than that, but so there's a lot of people, a lot of light workers, a lot of new agers, it just pumping out this new age information that, yes, it's their channel, and yes, it's accurate in their reality, but it doesn't mean it's accurate in everyone's reality and on every timeline, right? So it's important that people be discerning right now when it comes to, people doing things because they will often, and I learned this in my Hawaiian teachings, that when you the people can begin to prey on you and prey on your energy and feed off your energy and steal your energy, you know, and there's a lot of them out there. Vampires. They're real vampires. You know, they may not be drinking blood, so to speak, but they're stealing destinies. They're stealing gifts. They're stealing powers from people. They're posing as these supposed great healers, right? And this is also another reason why my higher self and my enlightened future self brought through the QFT. We wanted the QFT to become a tool for people to use so that they wouldn't need to go to healers anymore, so that they could develop their brain capacity to a certain extent, that they would be able to activate their consciousness, their higher self, gain more awareness, more self-awareness of their own ability to heal themselves, more awareness of their own physical body and what it needs as far as energy goes. You know, because the five senses are really being harvested right now, through attention harvesting, through focus, through what you hear, what you listen to, what you watch on these social media platforms, even YouTube. You know, there's a lot of, you just have to be very discerning and have a filter, right? And that's what the QFT helps you do. Have that filter in between you and the external world right now. Because, you know, there's a lot of people misleading in the New Age, misleading people with this whole love and light thing. Like, I'm very passive and gentle when I make my videos, but I haven't always been. In 2023, I got quite angry about a few things, and I made videos about it, but as you can see, those videos are not up anymore. And one of the reasons is because it's my taboo to get angry. If I get angry, I can, volcanoes start to erupt. Earthquakes happen. So I have to be very conscious of my and mind my emotional intelligence and not get angry. Because if I get angry, it can cause harm, right? So, you know, and I have every right to be angry. I have every right to be angry. Especially with all these people, jealous people, just jealous of me and the QFT, and they decide to send witchcraft at me because they're jealous of me. It's just, I'm just so happy. Oh, this is what I was going to bring up. So apparently Saturn has left Pisces, and it was in Pisces for 2 years. Well, hello. Planetary influences, part of the simulation, big, huge part of the simulation. And astrologers are not going to believe this. But you can take a cube and put a cube in a quantum field over Saturn so that it doesn't interfere with your life. You can. And it will block the negative effects of that planetary influence from interfering with your life. Like me, I've disconnected from the moon because I know the moon is used as a you know, a harvesting station and a signal, a transmitter for sending negative signals and you know, manipulating people when really the moon is on a positive side. It works with the waters on the earth and the waters in our body, and that's why we're so affected by the moon phases, right? But then they went and put all this technology on the moon to use the moon as a base for part of their shadow experiments on human beings. So it brings me to 3i Atlas again, and apparently 3i Atlas sent a message, an encrypted message that was in like Morse code or something, and they told NASA and everybody that was listening, the message was deciphered that there was a quarantine put on the whole Earth and the whole universe that the Earth is in, for the safety of other galaxies. So the Earth itself right now is under quarantine by galactic forces, benevolent galactic forces that have a higher governance of the entire universe. So it's way beyond a geofence at this point, and Elon Musk's satellites. It's way beyond that. Even those have been quarantined. But yet, however, the QFT is not under that quarantine. So now I'm going to get into what I have written on my list for today. And I have to get it without interfering with the blue face filter. Yeah, this blue face filter was made for me some years ago, and it's interesting because a lot of the AI robots they're making, guess what they copied? They all look like me. My grandmaster used to call it parrot medicine. Everyone's a copycat. Everyone's a parrot. Parrots, they hear something and they repeat it right away. Everyone's a parrot. So, okay, so this is what I wanted to explain about the QFT to some 3D people, people that are working really hard to try and raise their vibration into 5D, the higher dimensions, and understand, because there's a lot of awakening going on right now, and people need tools. They need to know what to do. So that's why I say everyone needs the QFT, because they really do. Because right now, after 3i Atlas has put a quarantine on this whole universe, still, the only thing that can get out is the QFT and your intention, if you're a good-hearted person. Anyone using the QFT that isn't a good-hearted person, I want you to stop using the QFT right now. Period. Blank. And I don't care. I really don't care if my numbers drop. It's not about that. If you're not a good person and you're not writing good intentions in that box to heal all of humanity and yourself and heal others, I don't want you using the QFT. So the QFT came from the 12th dimension and beyond the simulation. And this is why it is hard to understand. Because most people vibrate in the 3D realm. Because people are programmed in a 3D state of mind, this is why it is hard for a lot of people to resonate and understand the QFT. So if you understand, if you understand programming, and the programming that is being sent at people nonstop since the time they're born, and now even more through the 5 senses, through all of the bombardment of signals, 5G, your phone, whatever you're doing on your phone, social media platforms, this and that. Oh my God, it's 19 minutes already. How did I do that? I just lose track of time because I'm in 0-point gravity, most of the time. And that's why I lose track of time so much, because I don't work in the normal time. I just don't. I'm outside of time, which is I'm in a 0-point gravity state where there is no time. And in my consciousness and my being, I'm in that state. which, takes a lot of people like meditating for some hours to get into. But I meditated for so many years, sitting beside Amma. I, gained certain states of a higher consciousness. Some people may call it enlightenment. I just call it higher consciousness. And I did that because I meditated for years and years and years, sitting right beside an enlightened master. And I was blessed to be able to do that. 100% blessed. And I am still blessed because I lived it. I experienced it. So, I want to tell you about this concept of the QFT. So, where everyone is going in this ascension is going towards the star system of Vega in the Lyrian constellation. That's where we're going on a trajectory. The Earth is going there. And I was shown this when I brought through the QFT. And regardless of whatever CERN is doing with opening the portals or not, all I have to do is press a button, write an intention, and I'll close that portal. No problem. And I'm going to start doing a lot more of that now, because this timeline manipulation and everything going on with CERN and all these evil people doing these things, the corruption needs to stop, and it will. And there's a lot of masters that are aware of what to do, how to close dark portals with the QFT. It can do anything. It's absolutely limitless. And the reason for this is that it comes from beyond the simulation. All the frequencies, the plasma beams, and everything in the QFT is in a 3D device, okay? It's running on your 3D device. But the whole system is coming from the 12th dimension into your 3D device. So anyone who's trying to understand the QFT and trying to figure out how to use it that hasn't taken my class or talked to me, I do have a tech team. We can do tech calls with people that really have questions and want to understand how to use plasma beams and your intention and your focus. So your attention, your intention, and your focus and your 5 senses are what they're targeting right now. And those things are what you need in order to use and access the QFT to its 100% capacity. So, like right now, I shut off all the Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi's on this device. I've got a frequency running in the background, and that's how I make these videos. Because also Wi-Fi, how it affects the quantum field, is when you have Wi-Fi on in your house, you have the whole world in your house in the quantum field. And this is also another thing that people have no idea of. And they're running around crazy, not wondering what's going on with their brains when they have 5G Wi-Fi running through all the house. And on the quantum field and in the other dimensions, how that manifests is your house becomes a channel for all that data that's being shared through all over the world through Wi-Fi in your house. Boom. So at night as well, I shut off the Wi-Fi. And I shut off the Wi-Fi a lot in the day, especially when the sun is really hot, because I believe that they're using 5G and the sun to do experiments. So I get hit sometimes during the day, and my guys are like, turn off the Wi-Fi. Wow, we're doing some long transmissions. So I need you guys to understand this. Okay, in order to use the QFT to its fullest capacity, and for you to become the greatest version of yourself, the highest intelligent version of yourself, to activate your full technology that you are, your intelligence to the fullest capacity of your brain capacity, which can actually go up to 95%. I think if you go up to 100%, you won't be able to vibrate in this dimension anymore. But I believe you can go up to about 95% access of your brain capacity, which is way more than most people use. And the QFT will help you develop your brain capacity as you listen to it, because it came from the 12th dimension and beyond. So these last words I really want you guys to meditate on and think about it. And then watch some of these other light workers and people that are sharing stuff that got a lot of followers that are talking about the 12th dimension. Because multidimensional reality is very real. The quantum field is very real. CERN has, scientists all over the world have told everybody that the quantum field is real. So it's not pseudoscience. Science has actually figured it out. And CERN, in the past year, has actually opened portals and letting in crazy entities from other dimensions and the future, and interfacing with them. That's what's going on with CERN right now, and that's why things are so wobbly, because they've opened a portal to some future dimension, future timeline, and they're in communication with these entities, you know. And this is really going on in Switzerland at CERN. And CERN is supposedly a credible scientific research lab, smashing particles together to discover more things in the universe. Like, come on, people. You don't need to open up portals to figure out more things about the universe. You know, you just don't. You just need to go within, because the Most High has given everybody access to every information that is out there in the universe, in the galaxies, beyond this universe even. But in order to gain access to that, you need to have a certain level of purity, integrity, and be intentional with what you are doing in order to gain access. Because with knowledge comes power. And with power comes responsibility. And we can see right now in the world how power has corrupted so many people. The light is being shone on them. And may the light continue to be shone on them until they are exposed, dealt with, and put where they belong. And it's 28:20, and I'm just, I could go on forever. I might make a part 2, actually. I might, because I've got a lot of things that are coming in right now, because people need a voice of reason right now. And I have the power of Olelo, so there's just not a lot of people that know about me. And I want everyone to have the QFT. And then I'm going to just stand back and disappear and go sit on an island for a while. Well, probably for the rest of my life. But, yeah, so visit the Collaborate page if you want to collaborate, if you want to get involved, become an affiliate, help get the QFT out there to the masses. We would like to achieve getting the QFT at the free Ruby level, at the level that nobody has to buy, at the free Ruby level, to 1 million people in 2026. And if you have a platform, and if you can help us do that, we would really appreciate it. Because at the free level, I have the ability to open up any pyramid at the Ruby level. So if there's an issue going on in the world somewhere, we can all be working on it and sending light to that issue to bring the darkness to the surface, to expose the corruption and deal with it, have it dealt with by the righteous white hats, by the righteous people in this world. Because there are righteous people in the government. There are righteous people everywhere willing to do the right thing. Oh, we know, Inak Puna. Aloha, Kea Kua. Peace and blessings, everybody.